And we are live. What's up, guys? Back with another one. Day 5 of TradeDay's 50K evaluation. We're in drawdown. We're confident though because we are following our rules. So not the end of the world. Let's get to the boring part. Disclaimer: the content presented in this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. The views and opinions expressed are solely those of the creator and should not be construed as financial advice. The creator does not sell any products or services, nor is affiliated with any of the trading platforms or tools mentioned. Trading involves risk and is not suitable for all investors. It is important to conduct your own research or consult with a professional before making any investment decisions. The creator assumes no responsibility for any losses or damages arising from the use of this content. So like I said, we're doing well at following our own rules that we set up. So we gotta follow TradeDay's rules, maximum of 10 trades per day, maximum drawdown. We haven't broken any of these rules, by the way, which is great. We don't have a trailing drawdown yet because we haven't made much profit. Journal every trade, so I've been doing that after trading. We haven't broken this rule either. I haven't done this, but I have to do it, so I still have time to do it, but it's all documented. And yeah, we've been confident. We've been yesterday I took three trades on day 4 and lost them all. But I wasn't like, I was okay mentally, emotionally, and that's good news. So we have these zones mapped out, and I've been getting rejections from the zones that I'm paying attention to. So this is a 3-minute chart, and there should be a zone here, but sometimes the colors don't appear right away. But let's look at the 1-minute chart. We have this area mapped out because there it is, because of this. You see this bounce from this area here? You know, that was the afternoon yesterday? No, 2 days ago. So Sunday? I guess so. Because today's the 19th, right? Is it? Yeah, today's the 19th, so that was Sunday. We got these rejections there. And we got another rejection from the bottom of the area because this is 50% of the area that we mapped out. This is also interesting here. We have the high that broke the low here. So we have this high that creates a range with the previous, previous low and the high there. So if you can see this previous low and that high become our structural point, I guess, where price usually goes up, taps back down like it did here, and then trades higher. So this is like a perfect, this is a perfect swing market movement, or the way that the market moves. It's very clear to see the flip of the highs. So we have very well defined running of the highs, breaking of the highs. And last one, you see here. And then finally breaking the high here. So this flip here, it's clean. It never ran the lows when it was going down. The break very early, like if you look at the at the break, this candle here broke all of the structure. It did hang out here for a little bit, so there was a little bit of consolidation here. But then once this high was broken, and this one here, actually there was a lot of hesitation to break, and especially with this wick here. And this is 12 p.m. on the 15th. That must have been Saturday. So we had a flip that's really clean here. So in any case, this the high here and the low here, which is kind of this point here, we mapped out the area with half of it right here. It gave us also some support. And then, okay, traded higher, broke a bunch of highs, made a new high actually. And now from that same area, we have a tap to 100% of the area, and then going up to this area here. It's a little hard to see with the colors here, but it ends here. You know, this is the top of the area, this is the bottom, because there's another blue area here. And also we got a tap about 50% of that point. This area being interesting because of this high and this low. Yeah, I'm curious to see why I put that area there. I think it might have been when the high, that's the high that broke this low. And I guess this is where it went up a little bit, breaking some highs here, or yeah, pretty much. I mean, its own highs, not this one here. So maybe the area is a little bit small here. Let's do this. Let's put it all the way down here. And then 50% becomes, of course, this. And we're definitely getting more action from there. Maybe that's where we trade lower. This would have been a great scalp, because we noticed this is an important area. Price is going up, breaking a bunch of highs. Not the one that matters though to flip yet. We are trading lower though, and now we're going up there again. So that's a good way to find out where we are. Let's see. Then we have our top area here. Of course, price can move up there. You can do whatever it wants. We're just looking out for this area, see if we get a reaction. We'll take a look at whether it's an S&D zone that's creating the area. For example, here, it looks like it is. So we got an imbalance here and an imbalance here. And what an imbalance is basically, let me show you an imbalance, guys. You see this candle dropping? So the candle opened here, right? And then it dropped. And the candles to the left, there's no candles to the left or to the right, basically, or any movement there. So it just dropped, went up a little bit. So this area is considered, you know, I guess mitigated, but not all this area that was left by this low candle here. Or well, it's a bullish candle, but with a low, right? Sorry, it is a bearish candle. It's a bearish candle, so it opened here, closed here, then traded just a bit higher, about 50% of the move, traded lower, and left this imbalance from here to here. So that's an imbalance. But this here is the S&D zone. And what we're trying to do is basically look for more entries on the S&Ds and use the imbalances to just notice where price is likely to get a reaction. So just like watch out for them, I guess. But I'm going to try to trade more from the S&D zones, for example, like this one, than the imbalance, which is like the imbalance is over here. There's one big one here. And you see how we didn't really get any movement there. In fact, there was another imbalance created. There was a little bit of S&D zone that the imbalance created here, from here to here, right? And we have this area kind of with some action, but didn't really switch the structure or anything. It just kept going the way it was. And now that it's hitting this, we could call this a small S&D zone. Maybe it's an absorption manipulation. So this is a spot where we can trade lower from. Just making sure everything's good. So yeah, we're gonna wait and look at the lower time frame, which for me would be the 10-second time frame, and see if we can catch the flip. Yeah, so this area, the S&D zone, is the one that we're more likely to take a trade from than this. This is not particularly an imbalance. This is also an S&D zone, but there is an imbalance here in this pink candle. There's also one here. Sometimes they're small and they're they're more common than you might think, but some of them are clearly not imbalances, like this whole area here. There's no imbalance at all in this whole area. There's one here. There's none here, except for the little tip of the wick, which is very, very, very small. Because over here we have imbalances too, right? I mean, price went down here with nothing to the side of it. So the points where price gets rejected from, the points, yeah, like the spots where price flips, a lot of times are absorption points, which leave a wick, some imbalance there. But yeah, right now we're breaking to the left. So we're gonna watch for this area here. And our bottom, it's over here basically. What is that song? What is this, like Christmas songs? All right, guys, let me fix the music real quick. Live streaming problems. So what's up with you guys, like, right? Like, is anybody watching this shit? What up with the peeps, you know? What's going on with y'all? You know, I'm a curious guy about people, you know? So if anybody wants to tell me their life story, Just don't make it too long, okay? Just summarize. I get the ideas. You don't have to go into specifics too much. Just broadly speaking, what's up with you? All right, let's do this. Let's switch. All right. Anyways, in any case, some funky music. So we're about to hit, you know, this as in this zone. We might get a rejection, but if it is, we have this area here that might give push up. So if we are going all the way here, trading lower, this might be where price gets rejections, maybe consolidate for a bit, maybe go higher, maybe go lower. If we see maybe the break of this low here, then we might consider waiting to see what happens down here, maybe goes up again. And what I'm doing basically is I'm trying to see if I can catch the range. If I can notice the range and then go down when it's at the top, or trade up if it's going, you know, from the bottom. And this time I'm not looking for immediate flips. It's okay if I get more like in the lower part of the middle of the swing, which is, you know, risky, but at least we're less likely to what's happening to us is that, like, let's say we think price is going up and then it's not ready, or like let's say here we're thinking of going down, right? We're thinking of trading down to catch like a secure move rather than, you know, be chasing it. And what happens is, okay, we see signs that it might trade lower, we get our order, it trades kind of down, then it trades higher, then it trades lower, like way lower. So instead of trying to find that specific point where it flips, we might want to catch like a little bit of movement, then maybe a little move up, and then down. That's the one we catch. So let's say here we're going up, let's say it goes down, then as it's trading up again, if it does, we catch a little bit of move down, but it's also risky because it could still just be, you know, price not ready to move up yet. But I think it's the better area to trade from, at least for us for now, because, well, what we've been trying to do hasn't been working. Yeah, on the 10-second chart, there's really no flip action. That's understandable, right, with this, but here we're tapping into this area because, you know, this is running the high. We want to see what happens, you know, before all this wick action. Maybe that's where price is going to trade lower from. And if I go quiet, it's because I'm trading. So bear with me, all right? I know it's supposed to be entertaining, but I also gotta pass this thing because I do so much better when I'm not, you know, the days that I don't stream and I trade, oh my God, it's getting so much easier without having to talk on the mic. Okay, you see that? we might have a little bit of flip action. So on the 10 seconds, it's about to break some lows. Of course, on the 1 minute, you can still see it. That's the breaking of the lows. But we haven't really broken a major one yet, which is this one. So we're not going to consider a flip yet. But this is interesting because maybe we get on board going up. But we have this very strong resistance, so price might just, you know, avoid all this just by the way it's moving right now, where, well, it left an unmitigated area here with this swing up. So it's very likely to come back down here before trading higher. But it's starting to look more and more like a flip. You see that reaction from this area. This low, of course, being stronger right here. So this is our range at the very moment. That could give us an indication whether price is going to start trading lower or higher. This candle here is called a doji. It's undecided price movement there. So this is an interesting point for me, at least. I think if we are going, for example, here low, then up, that might be a point where our resistance is created, because it was undecided there. And then, so we're getting a flip, lower highs and lower lows. We'll see if we break this low here. We did. So now we're creating a new low for our range. Our range is basically, I would argue that the real range we're looking at is here, this high and this low. That's a range, really, where we could expect price to go to 50% of that area here. So it looks like we are flipping bearish, but it's too early to take a trade based on what we have, because the range is not really created yet for us. It's more trending at the moment. So let's take a look at where we are in our areas. So we did get a rejection again from our line. This is a 3 minutes, so we've been watching all this happen. We watched this high put in, and then the low, and that area gave us an exact reaction. So it's good to know that we are mapping out areas and are accurate in placing them. You know, I could have put this anywhere, but there's a reason why I chose this area. And the fact that we get a rejection gives us more confidence that it is wise to map out these areas. It's like a big part of our job as traders. This is an S&D zone here. You see, there's a bit of an imbalance here left. Well, not that little. There's a lot of times imbalances left when price does break structure to the left. For example, the lows here were broken. This S&D zone, very important, and we are kind of in the middle of it. It's also a swing point. This low here, this high, this low, break structure, come back down half of the area, about half. Okay, so sometimes our half it's not precise, right? It's not like right here we're gonna get a jump up. Although we did get a little bit of, you see this wick? That's price getting rejected at least a little bit from the 50%, but it was short-lived. Price traded lower, and then once it got to the bottom of our area, or didn't really go through it, that's when traded higher, back to 50% of this swing point here. From here to here, 50% is about here. Right? And that's where price traded down from. So it's like the market moves very similar on a daily basis. So now we're heading up, and we have, this area to go through, get a rejection from here down. I mean, it's likely, although we have two very interesting areas real close to each other. So maybe somewhere in the middle we get rejections, or maybe it's an area that price just likes to go through it. I mean, anything can happen, but we're gonna play the odds that we might trade from that area. Now this area here was left unmitigated. There's an imbalance here. Price might go lower here before going higher. We're looking I think we're looking bullish. This flip here, very clean. Price came down to mitigate the area left unmitigated here, because we had this high, this low, and it was broken all the way over here, right here. So 50% is here, and that, but this area is also unmitigated, because there's a big swing point from this low all the way to this high. And if you take about 50% of that is here, but also, from here, this low and this high, price came back to mitigate it, but then it did again over here. And even went lower, right? So this area was mitigated, but not the one down here, where this low made a high here. So it came back, price came back lower after breaking the high. So after a long time of running upwards. So we are thinking bullish here. This might be the flip, or it might be here. The flip might be all the way down here, or even lower maybe. But we're definitely, I think, in a bullish market where price wants to run the highs eventually, and even this high. Is this the point of flip? That's a good question. It's a question that we gotta ask. I like this high being running all of this. That this gives me also bullish indication here, because even though there was a big drop, it's very clean. Like, it's the way the market moves. A lot of big money concentrated here, pushing price down, but there's also support, especially this low didn't get run for a while, and the high was, it even broke this. Yeah, I think it did. Again, this is a 3-minute chart, so yeah, it did run and break that high, and then it traded lower. But this might be it. This might be the flip. We'll pay close attention. Okay, I'm actually gonna get a little focus here, because so here, this is where I expect price to come. We did get the flip, you see? That flip we were thinking about when we were talking about the wicks being, the cause of price trading lower. You rarely see, when you see candles and not wicks driving price lower, a lot of times you see both of them, like one high, close, then open, of course, so that's why, but there's no wicks on either one. So sometimes that happens. Those are interesting areas to me. See if the wicks, no, the wicks are, okay. On the 10-second chart, we're getting a bit of flip action, but we're gonna wait. Okay, so I took a trade going up. I don't know. I got some indication from the 10-second candle that it wanted to push up, but that I just noticed there was volume there. It did end up trading lower though, so it did run this low, so very likely that I get taken out here. All right, we moved our stop loss. I still think it's gonna go my way. You can see how it's moving pretty consistently here, but also the trend, the current trend is downwards. So I was looking for a quick flip up. Just the way the 10-second candle was moving gave me indication that it might want to go up. It did go up. I didn't get my full 5 points. I only got 20 bucks, which is 1 point basically. So, okay, I got out, you know, that wasn't a very high percentage trade, but I do think we're bullish. So price might trade up. There might be a lot of support, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. There might be a lot of support, and then, you know, the 10-second chart is giving me some still, you know, still there's a little bit of indication of a flip because, and when I say a flip, I don't mean like, oh my God, it's going to the moon, just maybe to here or something. So we got the high here, no run of the low. This is where I put my trade. Price did trade lower, almost taking me out. Like my stop loss was right here, almost taking me out, but then went up, and it hasn't run that low yet, you see? And it hasn't run the high yet, but now it's doing it. So had I waited with my order, I would have won the trade. So I was correct about that because of the 10 seconds. 10-second chart is giving me indications that you might not see here on the 21-minute chart. And look, you see that? With a good entry here, just because watching this action happen on a lower time frame. Oh my jeez, where's the music? And now we're more likely to trade higher and actually take trades to the upside. So for example, here we can expect price to go to this area here. There's a big imbalance left. So from, see right now, we think, okay, it's gonna go up. And it actually is giving a lot of indications that it wants to shoot up. You see that? But a lot of times it goes back down to this 50%. This is the one actually that's more likely to go back to the 50%. If this price runs these highs, then we're gonna get some rejection to the down for sure. It's very likely. and it might be about 50%, 80% of that candle, and then trade higher. You see, it did run the high, so now it's gonna leave an imbalance here, and it's gonna mitigate it real quick to the right. And that's what I think. It's not what I'm seeing. It's what it's what I'm thinking because of what I'm seeing. You see that? This is about 50% here, but there is a strong force pushing price up. Oh yeah, look at that. As soon as I said that, we had that movement there, running the high, almost touching the important high here. And now we have this high here actually, and this low becoming more of a range. Price did go lower, but this area was left unmitigated, so very important for us to watch for that. You see that? That's I said about 80%. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if we run that low. I'm thinking of buying here, but I'm gonna wait a little longer. Because today's goal, as well as following our rules and not losing the evaluation and all of that, is to be a little more patient. Okay, so now we consider this imbalance might be where we get a little bit of action, but running this low now gives us more bearish indications. Maybe I should make this another color just because it's hard to see. Let's do it blue gray. I like kind of like pale colors for candles. So yeah, so we run the low. This area is about 50% of that imbalance. But really, price could be heading all the way down here before trading higher. This is all left unmitigated, but this is where we can expect price to push up from, maybe about here, here. Basically, half of this swing point here. And of course, the landscaping guys are here. And our music is off. So this swing point here, half of that gave us this rejection that we're getting right now. So this is half of that, of those two lines, and look at that. This high, this low, run the high, 50%, push up. But there might be forces pushing price down here. So we have to wait for a full confirmation on our lower time frame that is going to go up. Okay, I'm getting a little more confident here. Okay, good. Denied. So we were thinking price might shoot up from here, but it didn't. It might go lower now. Maybe about the 70 price. All these three areas are important for us. The 75%, 50%, and 25%. So this is actually here. So now we are headed to 75%. That also could give us a rejection up. But again, we might break these lows, trade here. Very likely. Okay. This is the kind of action we want to see. This one doesn't look as fake as the other one. Okay, it did. It was a fake. And it's so easy to get cooked trying to look for the upside, you know, but we didn't account for this. But we're still like 75% right there. Look, you see that? And now it's definitely every time it goes lower, it's like it wants to go higher. We're creating, you know, lower highs and lower lows. But for example, here, you know, we have a big push up, no breaks though. And again, we're thinking we're bullish overall today. Now, by the end of the day, will price end higher or lower? We don't know that. We don't know the time frame. Yeah, that was a good one. That would have been really good trade. Let's see, we run this guy. Okay, we haven't. Okay, so I took a trade going up. On the 10-second time frame, I do have more support on my stop loss. Okay, I moved my stop loss, and again, I got taken out. I know that might not be the best decision. It was a good trade. It might still be a winner, but I need to bring this money up, not down. Okay, so the fact that we're making good decisions. Now, the problem with this strategy where I'm taking my stop loss, you know, and taking a lot lower profit than I should, because I could have waited, is that, okay, so I'm at least not losing money, right? So that's a good thing, not losing money. But the bad thing is that when I do lose a trade, it's gonna offset all those little wins. That's the problem with that. But the good news is that we are kind of correct on our trades. And here now you see we would be in drawdown. We wouldn't be. My stop loss was literally right now where price is. So very likely that I do get taken out. But you see, my stop loss was like this white line. Okay, now I would have gotten taken out. That would have hit my stop loss. You see, so I would have lost because we're taking such little moves that, you know, anything can happen in that little minute. But we were right about this flip. We were just a little late. The entry wasn't actually that bad. You know, we weren't like up here. That would have been awful. We were, you know, kind of good. And look, it would have taken my stop, but still there's resistance there. And all that is demonstrated by the 10-second chart. So here we have the, let's see, let's do the 10-second chart for you guys. You see this flip? You see how it looks? It runs the high, trades back 50%. This is where my order is. Let's see where my order is actually. Right here. So on the 10-second, it doesn't look like, it looks like I could have taken, I should have taken the profit. What happened here? Is it only 4 points from here to here? 134. Okay, 134.75. 128. Huh, that's kind of strange. Just the way my order is displayed. Why didn't it take me all the way over here? I don't get it. Why didn't I take profit here? I mean, this is more than 5 points. Oh, that's strange. 134. 128. What? 6 points? I don't know. So some weird happened there. I guess it barely, almost, yeah, I guess it almost took my order, my profit. Let's go back to the 1 minute, otherwise you guys will get a headache. And yeah, now we're consolidating. Basically, we have a range set up here. This drop from here to here, it's our range. Right now we're in the middle of the range, but we are expecting price to trade lower to here before trading higher. Just because we didn't run the high here. Or it might just stay here for a while and then trade a little higher and then finally drop. Anything could happen. So we're headed to the bottom of our range. This low is very well protected here. And what's interesting, it's actually a bearish candle. Traded lower, traded higher, then it closed here. Opened up and went up quickly. But I guess it was just, it's kind of a manipulation kind of candle. And then there's an imbalance left here, which is actually becoming pretty strong support. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what to trade here. I don't think this is a good environment to take a either way, just because of how the range is getting smaller. It could expand at any time, I guess. Let's look at the ATR. It's been going down, which is causing this. I think the MACD might, no, not the MACD, that's the channel. The Bollinger, no, there's, which one is this? The pivot? Moving average envelope. Now let's look at the pivots. No. I don't know. There was a channel that gave good indication of this type of price action. Some you could see. Let's see the Kellner channel. Yeah, I think this is the one. You see how it's narrow, well, not that narrow here, but more narrow here. There's a narrow path. It's how much it expands. And of course, we have some indicators on our 1 minute chart here. Let's see. We got the moving average conversion diversion. A little bit of bearish action with the MACD being below the signal. The MACD is the green. Let's see. So the MACD is below the signal, so that's more bearish. When it flips, when this line crosses to the upside of this line, we get bullish indications. It didn't though, and it hasn't. But as it's expanding away from, the lines are expanding away from each other, it's more likely that they'll return cross, and so price trades up. So also, in my opinion, this is kind of bullish indications again, because look at this cross here, right? We have this cross and the expansion of the lines, and what happened? Price went up. Then the line crossed to the bottom, or crossed below. We got a little bit of pull down, but even though we expanded more, price didn't really come down much. Then it got close again, so we're kind of consolidating, just moving sideways, and the MACD is expanding a little bit, which gives me indication that it's going to cross again, bringing price up. So another bullish indication from the MACD, in my opinion. Not yet, right? We have to see the flip like this here. You have to flip, and then price traded higher. Okay, the zone gave us a high that did not break any of the structures to the left, so we're going down, and this is the zone that we now have to watch out for. So we're bullish, but at the very moment, not so much. This is the 20-second chart. A little bit of flip indication by running this high here. So let's see what happens on this next few candles. There's your answer. I like that. I like when price does crazy stuff, because after crazy stuff, it settles. So we're not gonna get crazy stuff all day. This is just gonna be a little crazy. But now you see that, now we run the lows. More likely that price comes down here, this area. So yeah, I mean, a lot of times, people will think that this is a flip, so they'll place an order going up. They think we're going up because, like I mentioned, we kind of are. And they get stopped out. Price trades lower, gives indications that it's going to pull again, then trades lower. Now, let's say you're going down, right? You think it's going down. Okay, so I'll just place a sell order. Okay, well, your stop better be all the way over here, because price tends to go up and then down and then up, and then so it's taking people's orders. For example, like let's say we're gonna take a swing trade here. I would probably go down here because, like I said, I really think this area is juicy. But I would have to actually like place an entry maybe here if price does trade higher, but right now it's trading lower. So let's say here, let's say, I think it's going up here again. Place a sell order, you know, I think the price is going down, but my stop loss would have to be all the way over here because it can go up, run some highs, and then go back down. So the risk is big. We're not ready for that kind of risk yet. We're not experienced enough. But for example, you know, if you want to get a quicker scalp, maybe you think price is going to this S&D zone here because it looks pretty volatile there. So there might be volume because of all this price action a little bit, you know, stronger. Of course, right now we're mitigating this area, which has the same quality properties of being low and all the way here high. Or you could even argue that from here all the way up here, there's a lot of volume. There's a big imbalance here left that's making price go higher. But this S&D zone is more responsible for creating this little support area. So the run of this high would be important for sure. And you see now we got more indication of a flip. So we finally might be running the highs, which would be, you know, us losing that metaphorical swing trade. Wow. Yeah, a lot of people getting cooked today, I can imagine. I know I would be if I were just taking trades. I don't think I'd be up. I think I would have gotten a lot more wrong than right. And the problem now is that the range has gotten a lot bigger. This could bring price down actually. It did run the highs here, not this one. So let's go back to the 1 minute so we don't get too caught up in the lower time frame. Okay, so it did just kind of broke through that area here. So no real flips from any of these percentage points. So, but we still now left at a big imbalance here. Let's see if we get a rejection from there again. Maybe this is where we could take a trade upwards from for a quick scalp up. Kind of undecided in this area here at the moment. Oh, good for us. Okay, so I took an order going up. I think I was just a little late. I wanted to really take it here. I was there, but still playing out our way. No drawdown. That's a really good trade right there. For having our zone mapped out, for watching the price, for watching the 10-second chart. The way the candles move a lot of times is like they kind of shake and they want to go up, or they kind of shake and want to go down. And I've been getting better. This trade illustrates how I've been getting better at at noticing that, like, the upward shakes, like the way the candles move on the 10-second chart before it shoots up. It's actually harder for me to see the ones that want to go down. I have much an easier time when price is going up and I catch a scalp with no drawdown than the other way around. Like when I'm trying to go down or when I'm trying to go up, the price goes down and I don't notice that it wants to go down as much, which is interesting, you know. I guess price does move a little different, whether you're whether it's bullish or bearish, in my opinion. Or it might just be the same. Maybe if I were to stand upside down all day, maybe I would be a lot better at shorting. And then look, you have the 50% of this candle and then going up again. So that would have been another good entry. I just don't want to take 2 entries right away. But look at that. We should have paid attention. Maybe we could have gotten another scalp. But now we consider this the low. So now these 2 lows become a little more important. And so when price was trading down, it's likely to go here and maybe even here. But it didn't. It just shot up. No drawdown at all. That was incredible. That was amazing. So we're a little bit up. 135 bucks. 3 trades though, that brings a lot of fees because 2 of those were, you know, mostly fees that we gained or pay the entries. 120 total. So not too shabby. And now we hit an important high here. Oh, again, we're on the 20 seconds. So let's go to the 1 minute. Oh, we're in the 1 minute there. We have this high. Let's see if we run it. This S&D zone is very likely to give us another drop. Again, we have this area here that we... Wait, what? Where's the area? Did we hit it already? Wait. Wow, we did hit that area already. We kept going low, we didn't notice. Yeah, that was the area, right? Yeah. That's crazy. This is the area that we're talking about that wanted to get mitigated. We were just going down so fast that we didn't notice we did hit that area already. Wow. Let's see, where do we have our schematics? It's here. Yeah, look here. That is crazy. That was the actual flip where we had mapped out our area. Wow. Look at that. You see, you can rewind and check this out. I mean, this is not that long ago. This is only, wait, 9 a.m. What? Is this where we're coming from? I guess because we were here the whole time. Wow. Okay. No, we were here already, guys. No, I apologize. I didn't foresee the future. I thought I did. Yeah, this already, we were already here down here. But I also thought there was an area that we're gonna mitigate. I didn't really think we were going down all the way here, did I? Wow. Well, in any case, we're going up now. We're running the highs. We might get a pullback down before trading higher. Our range is basically the height that's being created right now and a low all the way down here. So we have a big range to work for the day. We're at the top of the range at the moment. Now, if price just quickly goes up, then the range might change, become smaller to the upside. it's like no matter how much I see the market, guys, like it's always new to me. Like it's I don't know if I have good memory or what. Like I don't know if that's what's happened. Like I have such bad memory that it's like I see the chart and then I forget like what it looks like totally. Maybe because I use too many charts and colors. I don't know, maybe that's what it is. So we're breaking that S&D zone there. We have this high here. Basically, well, yeah, I'm gonna call this one. We have this high and the low here. So price might want to come back 50% of this area and then trade up. So since we're kind of just trading upwards and this might not be the best action for me, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break and keep trading because we're not losing yet, and we might squeeze $200, $300 more from the market today. You know, we have to trade if we want to pass. Is this a good time to quit? I don't know. I don't think so. I should be happy with this, and I know as I'm saying this, I'll probably regret not quitting right now. But part of it is gaining experience, and if we quit, you know, we can go into a demo account and trade that, but it's not the same. You know, we need the pressure. We need 200. You know, I'll be happy with 200, considering where we are. I mean, I'll be happy with 800, but and I've done it, guys. I've done 800, you know, on other accounts, demo accounts, other live accounts. Maybe on a live account, I've never done 800 bucks, but I've done 80 on the MNQ on the micros. So I don't know if that counts as 800 on the NQ. It definitely doesn't, but in any case, I've gotten a lot of points. That's what I'm trying to say. I have done that. But I want to start, like, you know, TradeDay has these rules for a reason. Like, TradeDay's rules are, you know, permitted times. Okay, well, this, yeah, but this, the objectives. The reason why they have this is to make, I guess, to have people pass the evaluation, but they have to be a certain type of trader. They have to have consistency, they have to be profitable, and they have, well, you know, days traded and consistency is pretty much the same thing. It's consistency, but the days traded, it means that they're actually, how should I say this? They have a track record. It's not just one day they're good and they lose like 5 days and then they win one big day. No, they're consistently profitable. So profitable, consistent, and have a track record. Let me see. Before I leave or anything, I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit clear to me that price is gonna go down here to this 50%. We might get a rejection. This low is very important to me. Let's see what happens there. All right, we're headed over there. We're right now in an imbalance. We might just go through it, hitting this S&D zone. Sometimes it hits like the top of the S&D zone here before trading higher. The imbalances do give a lot of times reactions, but they're not like huge reactions. Sometimes they do just flip the structure. But this area was left unmitigated here, all this area. This S&B zone might give us a rejection. Trade up. Now, if we run this high, we might have to wait for a while before that happens. Not for a while, but more time. And if we are shooting up from here, we're not going to take a trade. We're going to wait, see if we run the high, break the high. Yeah, we're still bullish. We're still bearish until we run this high here. Okay, we're on the high, so we may have to wait a while. May go run some highs again. The big doji there left at the top, so that might be a flip to the downside and finally go all the way down here, but at least here. Maybe it's just 50% of this here, right here, and then trace lower. Okay, since I think price is going down here and the type of action I'm seeing, I took a trade going down. Let's see if it plays out my way. I will move my stop loss again because, again, I don't want to lose today. I'd rather trade all day than lose. But I have to give it a chance to move my stop loss. If I get taken out here, fine. I'm not going to move it right now. And the problem here is I don't really have this low as my barrier. So that was a little late. I should have gone in here. But now this candle here became a bit of a barrier, but easy to break. We haven't though yet, so it might play out our way, on our behalf. But yeah, definitely got into a trade where price is very undecided though. So anything can happen. Well, we did run that high here, so we're gonna get taken out. I actually want to ask a serious question. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Actually, no, never mind. No, it's too much. It's too much thought provoking, and we're trading, so maybe another day I'll ask the question. Subscribe. hit the notification, that way you don't miss out on questions. All right, we got out of the trade. I mean, come on, you know, come on. And look, it would have gone my way. Look at that. That was a good trade, actually. It wasn't bad. You know, again, the way I was watching price go down on the 10-second chart was a good indication. I got out early, 40 bucks. Again, I don't want to lose today. I'd rather take 50 trades, which I actually can't. I can't take 50 trades. I can only take 10 maximum, but right now I'm at 4, so, you know, 6 more. I haven't lost any, so that's good. You know, we're not losing money. Let's build it up, you know, even if it's very little by little. Let's get smarter. Let's get safer, you know, especially as we're learning. Once we're like trading a real account and we've been doing this for a couple of years, this won't happen, you know. This, I mean, it probably will still, but very few times. We'll assess the situation. We'll have more risk tolerance. Definitely would have been a really good trade at 100, you know, but just the way, you know, the way just this, I mean, I got in on a doji, for God's sakes. And then price did run the low. That's what scared me there. If this, sorry, the high, if this high would not have ran this, I would have been comfortable staying on the trade. But the fact that it did, and then it didn't really run this high, that's why I put my stop loss there. And look, you know, it took a while, but it did retrace all the way back here. So the fact that this was a very undecided area means there's probably a lot of volume. Because if there was lack of volume, right, if there were lack of trades, price would just leave that area to either side. And then look, it comes back to it because there's a lot of trades going on here. And what happens again? Undecided. This might be going up, actually. I think it's going to run this high. All right, so I definitely need a break now. I mean, 1 hour and 15 minutes of talking and trading. It's pretty tiring. So I'll be back, guys. You know, enjoy. Let me leave you with the indicators here on the 1 minute. How it looks cool. All right. Stay tuned, okay? Don't go anywhere. Maybe go get a snack or something. Be right back. right, guys, we're back. Let's keep doing this. Okay, 5-minute chart. Oh, this reminds me of a song, a rap song. That's really cool. Can't remember which one though. Oh, we got this 50% area mitigated. We run the high, so we could expect price to go lower here, maybe here, then trade higher, or maybe just here. Maybe this fractal gives us a new high. We are getting some action there. Yeah, I think we want to trade higher here. Touch this area here. But if we run this low, then maybe not. And again, we're hitting these undecided areas. Okay, we're on the low, so we might trade lower now. Back to this area. Yeah, because we've had lower highs put in. So I would expect here, just because of this, how it's moving. Unless we're running these highs here. I know I'm changing my mind a lot because I think because we're kind of in the middle of the range. Okay, we run this. Not yet, actually. We haven't run the high here, did we? No. Oh, we touched it. Same high. Okay, we're getting closer to the top of our area, so that's pretty good. Okay, well, I was thinking of taking a trade up when we were here, but this might have taken us out. We probably would have moved our stop loss too here if we had this first or this. So we very unlikely that we would have caught this from trading here once it ran the low. So then we were scared. So I don't know, not a missed opportunity there. Maybe half of this, you see, half of this area, maybe a little lower here, maybe here, before trading higher. If we're going to run this high here. This candle closed very bullish, but then immediately went down. Maybe here. Man, trading is so much fun, guys. So much fun. Yeah, I mean 50%, the imbalance. Okay, I took a trade going up. You can't see it, but let's see. You can see it on the 10-minute chart here. Oh, this is a 10-minute chart, and look at how small the candles are. Okay, I got that trade. Very nice. Where I'm trying to show you guys a trade. Let's see here. Here, $100 went up from here. Even though we ran this low, I mean, I looked at the 50%. I noticed the action on the 10-second chart that it was running some highs. It shaked a bit, which a lot of times gives me indication that it's going up. Good trade. Didn't have to move my stop loss. Very good trade. And even though we're at the top of the range trading up, which is risky, we kind of saw we saw what price was doing, running this highs here very quickly and decisively with this candle, then going back to about 50% of the candle, then hanging around here. We took a trade, boom, 5 points, and we ended up a little bit lucky because look at this now. I think our stop loss would have been here. I mean, ideally it would be below this low, but maybe it was here. But this time, this might still push up, run the high here, and run this high. This doji is scary, you know. It might push down harshly downwards too, back to this area that we consider juicy for price. So overall, let's see, $23 in fees, 23.40, 251 in profit, 100% trades, 5 trades. I think it's a good time to call it a day. We want to take profits, and we're in it for the long run, so why risk this? One loss would bring us down to 175, and then plus the fees keep adding up. I can only take 10 trades, but having 5 and then not losing any money at all, and not being in drawdown, I just want to consider it a good day, you know. If if this was a real account, imagine you make $250 for the day. I mean, that's not a bad day. Why you want to stay all day gambling, you know? Because we haven't been gambling too much. We have been pretty thorough with our analysis and with our rules, following TradeDay's rules. So this is a day that we can consider ourselves traders. Price hung around this this range that we marked out on the 30-minute chart. I did this before the stream. There's a little glitch on my computer because of my monitor. Oh boy. Okay, back to normal. So yeah, I mean, price is gonna trade up from here. Oh man, I'm so tempted to keep trading because I can see pretty clearly the range. I think we're going up again. All right, give me a second, guys. Let me decide. Yeah, I keep thinking we're going up. Look at that. Oh, that was a good sign of going up. Look, this candle might push up right here. Running this high here. Let's see if it happens. Yeah, you see that? Woo! It doesn't look like much on the 30 minutes, so let me show you guys on the 10-second to show you what I'm seeing. You see that big candle? That's what I was talking about. But then boom, rejection right away, right after breaking the high here. And yeah, breaking the high. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Well, kind of. There's less imbalance left. Of course, this is the 10-second chart, so there will be an imbalance on the 1 minute. Whoa, this is a perfect illustration of what I was talking about, how sometimes price doesn't do this before trading lower, but does this, where it has one green candle, one red candle right next to each other, full bodies, no wicks. There's a little wick here, but it's so tiny. It's pretty much a, you know, double-sided drop. I don't know. That's not what it's called. I just called it that, just to illustrate what's happening. So this could be a reversal here, back to this area. Eventually, I think we're still going down here because this is left unmitigated. This drop from here to here, 50%. But yeah, I'm done for the day. Look at how it looks like it's trading down. This is the kind of price action that cooks me, where I start to, okay, it's gonna go up, and then boom, 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 boom. You see? All right, I'm glad that this happened because it gives me more motivation to stop while I'm ahead. Thanks for joining, guys. You know, subscribe, all that, Patreon. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.